My name is Bruce Ritchie, and this is Sam Swanson, and we're the two agriculture instructors here at Camarillo High School. We have a 4-acre school farm, and we run through about 300 students a year in our animal and plant physiology courses, in our nursery operations, and our floriculture department. And we're having an event today to hopefully kick off the new Link Learning program and look at a agriculture business academy to expand the one we already have existing and to get some the community involvement, and we'd like to see some of our students placed in internships throughout the county in their junior and senior year.
Fantastic. Talk about some of the course offerings you guys have right now.
Okay, as of this year, 2012-13, we have 10 courses in animal and plant physiology, or excuse me, 5 courses in animal and plant physiology and 5 courses in floral design. And then for our students that have gone through a 2-year program in the animal and plant and floriculture, we have them placed into an academy where they work off-site and get 5 credits working with some of the industry here locally around the Camarillo community and the Ventura and Oxnard area.
So there's kind of a work experience component to it as well.
Correct, yes, and they get it's an internship where they are mentored by the outside experts. So we work with flower shops, we work with veterinary hospitals, we work with growers, worked with Fillmore fish hatcheries, so we've got all kinds of different things over the years.
So it's not just farming. People I think get confused because it's FFA, but you guys are involved in the animal side of it as well as the farming.
Correct, and the FFA, the Future Farmers America, is a national organization that is leadership based,
right,
and then with the opportunities for the students to excel. So yes, that is correct. It's not just ag and growing and playing in the dirt. That's correct.
And talk a little bit about what's behind you here.
Okay, behind us here are some of our students that have worked over the years in the academy and our Christmas parade, some of our events that we get involved with. So with the Christmas parade, that's our Camarillo one, we've done 25 of those now. We do the Ventura County Fair every year with our livestock program. We take beef, sheep, and swine. We have a rose garden for the landscaping area here on site. We do a tractor driving contest every year. We work with Fillmore high schools because we have 5 schools in the county here that are all involved in agriculture. So we get together on a monthly basis, review our curriculums, look at how to for leadership opportunities for students. We get to go to a state convention every year up in Fresno. So it's a wonderful item for kids to get involved with, and great, I would call that, resume building, because it gets you exposed with other adults and how to improve yourself. Yeah, the Business Academy is the course that we're looking to improve upon with this meeting today, and that would be students. We get to place them in ag businesses throughout our county. So we've used some of the veterinary hospitals you can see here, California Fire Management, state parks, flower shops. This we did with Fish and Game. We had a student who worked out doing all kinds of items at the Fillmore Fish Hatchery. We have nursery here and a plant warehouse out in the Somas area. And then we had Barron Brothers Nurseries out in Santa Rosa. It's been a great supporter for years and taken numerous of our kids. So we will have some of those here today, the people that are participating, but it's a outstanding I guess opportunity for a person who's junior or senior, because you can see if there's something you like to pursue after high school, whether it's going to be through training, through a tech school, going on to a 2-year school or a 4-year school. So it kind of is a way to expand and kind of look at what you really may want to do. Yes, we have a program with the state of California called an Agriculture Incentive Grant, and if you've come out of one of the ag schools, with Mr. Swanson and I both did, we came out of San Luis Obispo, that allows us to get some funding from the state in addition to what we get from our district and from our principal. And with the Link Learning, we're hoping that we can increase some of the funding from that, if that so bees it, with the new SB bill that's hopefully going to be funded here in the next few months, I hope.
Right. But so far, it's not on the chopping block.
No, we do it with fundraisers, selling of products, nursery products, floral products through the school. So yeah, that's correct.
Is there any fundraising even through like the animal program through the fair?
Good question. The animal program, actually, the students purchase the animals and they receive all the profits. So it's an enterprise project. They get credit for it, but it is theirs. And last year, for example, we had 26 students that were involved in the fair program. And when all was said and done, after selling their animals, the checks added up to over $58,000. So most students did very nice. They were very happy at the end of that fair. So.
But the kids are responsible for purchasing.
Yeah,
raise it.
they raise it on site here 7 days a week. Got to be here twice a day. Got to maintain it, clean it. So we have a lot of the tools, but it's their responsibility. That's correct. I want to thank everybody for the opportunity, and we've been here. I came in 1979. Mr. Swanson came in 1994, but the program was originally started in 1958. So Camarillo High School has always had a nice, strong ag program through all the years, and I just would like to see it to continue and to grow. So the district's been very supportive, and we thank and the community's been very supportive.
Welcome. My name is Dr. Gregory O'Brien. I'm the Executive Director of 21st Century Learning and Innovation here at the district, and we are doing something very different called linked learning. Linked learning is when you take the classroom knowledge, the classroom skills, and make sure that they apply and are linked to the real world, meaning careers. And so instead of saying who's going to college, we are now making sure students are prepared for both college and career. And we're very excited about what's happening here at Adolfo Camarillo High School, where they are going to be developing an agribusiness academy that takes a lot of the programs and classes that have been in place for many years and now linking them together with what the district is doing and what the state is doing. This past January 4th, our district was named as a Linked Learning Grant recipient, or AB 790, and there are still some details that we're not sure of. However, we know that the state and our district is moving towards making sure that all students are college and career ready, and this is one of the programs that's going to help make that possible.
Good morning, I'm Nicholas Hugh, and I'm president of Camarillo FFA.
Good morning, I'm Allie Foley. I'm vice president of Camarillo FFA.
Good morning, I'm Amanda Connor, and I'm treasurer of the Camarillo FFA.
And?
Hey, I'm Francesca, and I'm reporter of Camarillo FFA.
Fantastic. Well, take a look behind us here. Tell me what's going on. What do we got?
Here we have our breeding ewes. Every year we have babies that are born, and here this is also where we raise all of our lambs for fair.
Fantastic. And did you guys participate in the fair this year?
Yes, we do. We participate every single year.
How many kids participate, and how did it go this year? Talk a little bit about it.
Last year there's 30 kids that raised animals, and that includes the steer, the lambs, and the goats.
So these steers, we got them around in October, and we keep them all the way to the end of fair, and our duties are to feed them and walk them and wash them and just get them ready.
How much? Twice a day, I hear, right?
Twice a day, yeah.
Twice a day, every day. Is that weekends included?
Yep, weekends, holidays, everything.
So how much time do you put into these before you take them to fair? A ton, right?
Yeah, a lot.
And talk a little bit about more what you're doing with the cow. Your exercise. What are you doing?
Yeah, we have to walk them around to get them exercise and get them in the arena and used to handling them. And we also have to wash them and brush them. And we brush them a certain way to bring out their best features. So we have to keep brushing them.
Is it pretty nerve-wracking on the day of the fair?
Yeah, it's really
being judged?
Yeah. Well, I had a sheep last year, so this is my first time with a steer.
Hi, I'm Sarah Green. I'm FFA Sentinel of Cam High. I help run the horticulture program in the greenhouse. Like, as you see here, we have plants that are attached to automatic systems that drip into the plants so we don't have to water them. This took a really long time to put into, and we have more plants outside, but there are plants all throughout the greenhouse, and we have plants in there, and we sell them, and we help use the money to support the FFA.
And where do you sell them? Do you just sell them to local growers?
We actually have events where we sell them. Like, we sell them on Earth Day, and sometimes we sell them during environmental events such as like e-waste or recycling. And also whenever anyone happens to want one, we can sell them a plant right away.
And what are some of the things you're growing in here? What are we looking at?
These are some leaf cuttings. We have some succulents outside. And we also have some irises outside, which are my personal favorite to grow. And
so you're growing plants here. You're not growing vegetables. These are all plants.
We have had some vegetables. We've grown tomatoes before, but we're not growing them currently.
Very good.
But mostly succulents and flowers.
I take both forestry and animal and plant physiology, which are the two classes offered here at the school. I have learned a lot about plants and the art of fixing flowers to make them look pretty for weddings as such. Here we have some plants that students planted, I believe, that are growing beautifully. They're succulents.
Fantastic. Talk about your experience.
Right now, I am in Agriculture Business Academy, which is an internship instead of an in-class course here at the school.
Right.
Last year, I took this course, and I was working at Barron Brothers Nursery. And since I started working there, they hired me, and I now have a job.
So, tell me what we're looking at here.
Okay, right through here, as you can see, there's a lemon and avocado orchard, or a mini orchard, if you can tell. And when there's irrigation system, it irrigates every single one of these trees, and that's why each one has their own basin, as shown through here. The way the irrigation system was set up was that we added a new line to the existing line that is used as a spare one for the pigs. And if you turn that red lever 90 degrees, the water goes through here, goes to the middle of the orchard, where you can see those pipes stick out, and those lines the water's fed through these lines and into the individual drippers that are right here.
So you guys you learned how to install a drip irrigation system.
Well, I had prior experience with that on my dad's farm, installing these lines, and then I just applied that experience to helping the scouts with installing this line.
With this project?
Yes.
Did you guys actually plant the trees as well?
No, well, the classes actually did that, Mr. Swanson's class,
right.
And a couple of volunteers. However, I dug the holes for these trees.
Now you said your father worked on a farm or owns a farm? What's your background in farming?
Well, my dad, he owns used to own a lemon avocado farm, which prior to that used to be a walnut farm, and my dad's family's been involved with farming in this area since 1937.
Wow.
So, you know, it used to be walnuts, but now it used to be avocados and lemons, and then we pushed them out, and now we lease it to Oriental lettuce growers.
So I'm Elizabeth McVicker. I'm the chapter secretary, and the first vehicle I ever actually drove was a tractor because I took Swanson's class in freshman year.
Right.
And it's really fun to drive a tractor. And
what are we looking at behind you?
Those are some implements for the tractors, and mostly they just help plow the land and stuff, but we don't really use them in class anymore.
Right. But what was it like driving a tractor? Was it kind of nerve-wracking at first?
Yeah, it was really scary at first, and I never wanted to go and drive, but then now I kind of look forward to driving because I know I can do it, and it's actually really fun.
And do you understand how to make the furrows and what's involved in trying to create a straight line down a field?
Yeah. When they have us drive it, they usually set up cones, so then we kind of learn how to do a straight line just by default because we don't want to run into the cones.
There we go. Very good.
This is our cooler where we store our flowers that are either waiting to be made into something or where we just receive them to prepare them to make something. Here is it is computer controlled and it stays at a certain temperature. If it gets too hot, it turns on. If it gets too cold, it shuts off.
So floral design is a course. And
yes.
What type of designs do you guys make? I mean,
it's basically like another floral shop.
Right.
We learn all the techniques to go into a business of a floral shop.
What a wedding bouquet looks like,
yes.
What a funeral bouquet looks like.
Yes, and Advanced Floristry actually does weddings for people. They do make the flower arrangements.
And you guys make a little profit from doing that?
The club does.
Fantastic. Very good.
Okay, up here we have some of the awards we've won at the Ventura County Fair. These awards have been won over the last couple of years. They deal with overall the pen cleanliness as well as how the people perform in the market and in the auction as well.
Okay, so here's a map of the United States that shows what can be grown and what is grown. The United States is actually very fertile for crops, especially our area, California. We grow a variety of things such as grains, fruits, vegetables, and we even on this map show our beef and dairy products.
I'm interning at Alpacas at Windy Hills.
And what are you doing up there?
I help with breeding and taking care of the moms and moms-to-be and the babies, and helping with medication and just any small procedures and that kind of thing.
What do you want to do after school? What do you want to do in college and afterwards?
Well, I kind of want to do policy work in agriculture and take it from a political side.
Fantastic, fantastic. And how about you?
My internship is with the Commissioner of Fish and Game for the County of Ventura.
Wow.
It's a mouthful. But since the guy that I'm interning for is also a landscaper,
Right.
right now I am doing plant lists and finding pictures for work sites and jobs.
Fantastic. Very good. How about you?
We actually both intern over at the Camarillo Ranch House.
Talk about the ranch house. What goes on over there? A lot of people don't know.
There's a lot of weddings and quinceañeras and a lot of different events that we help prepare for, and we help just keep the grounds in a nice order.
So you guys working with the grounds mainly?
Mainly with the grounds, yes.
Okay.
Well, I handle the social media and marketing side of organic meat farm producer up in Cody, Wyoming.
Wow.
I also handle the web design and development.
Now talk about social media. That is a new big thing in the world. And so how do you promote that business? Are you using Facebook, Twitter, things like that? Tell me.
Facebook, Twitter, Foursquare, Tumblr, and now Google+.
And so what are some of the types that you just send out little information tidbits to people?
Well, what I try to do is I try to come up with a saying, or I take a quote from a movie and I try to edit a little bit, and then take a picture of one of their products and I post it on there. And I also have a website that just lists all their products in one page and gives a detail about each one.
So this is what I have to do for now.
What were you just grabbing out of the box there?
Oh, over here, this is my feed bin. And so this is alfalfa hay. And then underneath here is his grain. So the alfalfa hay is full of protein, and the grain is full of fats and oats and grain for more protein. And
how often do you have to do this?
Twice a day.
Twice?
So this is his morning one, even though it's kind of afternoon.
You do this on the weekends too?
Yep.
So everything's open for you guys. If you need to come down and take care of your animal, you can.
To get in.
Right. This is how we feed the cow, right?
Yep.
You sing a little song? Now, what's your cow's name?
His name's Koa.
Koa. That's kind of a Hawaiian name.
Yeah,
I like
it's Hawaiian for strong.
Now, will he come when you call him? Does he know you? He's got to know you by now, right?
He's really timid compared to the other ones, and he's scared of me still, so.
See if he'll come to you. See if you can get Koa to come to you. Come on, Koa.
Come on, Koa.
Come on. I'm probably scaring him with the camera. Come on, Koa.
Like all the other ones, they're much more friendly, but mine's really scared of everything.
You ended up with a grumpy one, right?
Yeah.
Glenn is here as the principal. I just want to say a few words about Adolfo Camarillo High School. Adolfo is a high-performing high school. He's been the principal here for 7 years, I believe, going on eight. I was 8 going on 9, pretty close. But he has done an amazing job with the school being principal. The academic performance in this school is parallel to none. We have a great school here for our community in Camarillo, and we're always looking at doing different things. For those of you who are familiar with our API score, which is the Academic Performance Index, that's a measure of how schools are doing in the state of California. And this past year, they went up 21 points. And that's amazing for a school that's already performing at a very high level.
We've all been together for a long time, and we have an outstanding business program and an outstanding agriculture and forestry program, and we've been doing this for a long time. And so we are now expanding into an ag academy. We have an ag and business cord program, which they're going to talk about, but now we're expanding it into an academy where we're going to get a group of students. They're going to go through their core classes and their ag classes and business classes and be together and really try to funnel them into an ag business type program. So it's going to become an academy. We've been working on this for years. And so they're going to get a chance to talk to you about what we do as far as ag and floristry and the total programs. Our floristry program puts out, they're a business. Our floristry program, they put out flower arrangements and things for private businesses as well as our school. And so I think about 10 or 15 years ago, they you know, he and I'd say about 25 students did the flower arrangements for one of my children's bar mitzvahs. And so it was a very formal affair, and they they brought it all in and did all the stuff, and it was as professional as anybody else. So these people have been working for a long time in their fields, and they're specialists, and they're very good.
I'd like to mention to all of you, you might have an opportunity and another Friday free. The Oxnard Union High School District will be having a career fair, and we always are looking for presenters. Our students will be coming from all 6 high schools on buses to find out about possible careers for their future. We need presenters. We always need presenters. If you're interested and are willing to give us a day, it is March the 15th, and the person you can contact is Cecilia Tamayo at the district office. Dr. O'Brien is sitting in the back here, and he's our director of 21st Century Learning. What we would like to ask of you, put this in the back of your mind if you would. Do you have any circumstances where you could offer an internship or a job to any of our students? This is the real connection with the outside world. If you have that opportunity for us, please contact us here at Camarillo High School. Bruce Ritchie, myself, Mr. Lippman. These opportunities are hard to come by, and it's that personal contact we have with you, ladies and gentlemen, that makes some of these opportunities occur. The Ag and Business Academy is in its foundational stage. We are looking forward to other opportunities with all of you to partner and have a successful academy here at Camarillo High School. Thank you very much.
We invite you, seriously, I invite you to join the conversation. If you're interested in being part of an advisory board, working with our Ed Foundation, and our Ed Foundation, their role, and I appreciate the work that they're doing, their role is to be the bridge between the schools, the education, and business leaders, as well as community leaders. So that's where the link learning comes in, that's where the linkage comes in, and what we're trying to do is to get communication out to different sectors of the Ventura County, so that whether it's a health sector or whether it's engineering, I will tell you the new high school in Camarillo is going to have 3 different pathways. And that one pathway is going to be performing arts and digital media, the second one is going to be engineering, and the third one is going to be health and biomedical. That's the larger scope. And every student that's going to go to that school, the academy structure, is going to be a wall-to-wall academy, which means every student is going to be involved. This is the future of education. So it's not going to be come down, sit down in a classroom, and the teacher in the front. It's going to be more of a collaborative group. It's going to be higher order thinking, project-based learning, problem-based learning, and it's really focused on that kind of environment. We want our kids with the skill sets ready to work for you and any career or any college that they'd like to be able to move forward. And I think that 869 is a great place to be. Our schools are moving forward. I think linked learning is going to take us to the level where it's not just theory, it's practical, hands-on application. It's learning by doing. And so again, I want to thank Mike Mobley for hosting this and or getting us all together. So thank you, Mike.